You're the hardest working person in your office, and the last one promoted. That's not bad luck. That's a system doing exactly what it was built to do. There's a person in every office who gets this. She's been at the same company for 4 years. She says yes to everything. She fixes problems before anyone asks. She's the one people count on. And she's still in the same seat she started in. That's not bad luck. That's the same system. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why that logic keeps you stuck. And it's not what you think. Let's look at Sarah. She works in operations at a regional healthcare network. She's the one who stays until 7 p.m., finishing the monthly report her manager needs by Monday. She's the one who covers the night shift when 3 people call out sick. 5 years. Exceeds expectations. Never complains. She is the glue that holds her department together. A senior coordinator role opens. The one she's been quietly working toward for 2 years. She applies. She doesn't get it. The role goes to Mark. 14 months in the company. Leaves at 5:01 p.m. Never covered a shift. Never stayed late. Everyone is shocked. Sarah is shocked. You're probably shocked. It isn't. This isn't an accident. It's not bad luck. It's a predictable outcome of a system you've been trained to trust. This is the replacement risk. Your manager's rational incentive is to keep you exactly where you are. Think about what dependable looks like from their seat. You say yes to everything. You fix problems before they become his. You are the reason his department runs smoothly. You make his life easier every single day. Now ask yourself, why would he want to change that? Why would he move you into a new role, go through the pain of finding a replacement, risk the gaps your absence creates, when he can just give you a nice performance review, tell you how valued you are, and keep things exactly as they are? He's not being cruel. He's being rational, and you're the one paying the price. But here's the deeper layer. Sarah didn't just lose a promotion. She lost something more fundamental, and you might be losing it right now without realizing. This is the visibility gap, the distance between the work you do and the work the decision makers see. Being dependable is not the same as being promotable. Let that land. Dependable people solve problems. Promotable people get seen. The corporate workplace system rewards visibility, not sacrifice. Mark spent 14 months making sure the right people knew his name. He was in conversations Sarah couldn't attend because she was too busy. He was raising his hand for visible projects while she was in the back fixing invisible ones. Same company, same opportunity, completely different outcome. You think your hard work will be noticed. It won't. You think staying late builds a case for your promotion. It doesn't. It builds a case for keeping you exactly where you are. And this leads to a trap that's even harder to escape. A trap most people never even realize they're in. This is the competence trap. When you're so good at your job, you become the only person who can do it, which means you can never leave it. When you become the person who always says yes, always fixes things, always carries the heaviest load, you don't become valuable in the way you think. You become useful. There's a massive difference. Valuable people get invested in. Useful people get maintained. Valuable people get developed. Useful people get more tasks. Valuable people move up. Useful people stay put. Your manager tells you you're a rock star. That's not a compliment. That's a designation. You are the rock that holds the structure in place. And no one moves the rocks that hold the building up. Eventually, that rock becomes a cage. A comfortable one, but a cage nonetheless. Here's an analogy that makes this impossible to unsee. Imagine a busy restaurant on a Saturday night. One server, let's call her Maria, handles the hardest tables, keeps difficult customers happy, holds the entire floor together. Does management want to promote Maria to floor supervisor and pull her off those tables? Absolutely not. Because the moment she moves, Saturday night falls apart. Revenue drops. They have to deal with a mess they already solved by keeping her exactly where she was. That's not a restaurant problem. It's a you problem. As long as you keep holding everything together, the people above you have zero urgency to move you anywhere. You're not first in line for growth. You're first in line for more responsibility, more pressure, and the same title you had last year. You think your effort creates loyalty. It doesn't. It creates dependency. And here's the part that stings the most. The organization already noticed you. They noticed a long time ago. They noticed that you will do all the work without demanding more in return. And they've been counting on that ever since. Here's the pattern you need to internalize. Stop proving your value through effort alone. Start positioning your value through visibility. Not every problem is yours to solve. Not every request deserves an automatic yes. Not every late night is an investment in your future. Sometimes it's just an investment in someone else's comfort. Before you say yes to the next thing that lands on your desk, ask yourself one question. Will this make me more visible or just more useful? If the answer is just more useful, change the terms. Either delegate it, automate it, or do it but document it publicly. Here's a specific protocol you can start using tomorrow. After you solve any significant problem, send a short follow-up email to your manager. 3 sentences. What the issue was, what you did, what the outcome was. That's not bragging. That's ensuring your work has your name attached to it. Start showing up in rooms where decisions are made, not just rooms where problems need fixing. Volunteer for the cross-functional project that gets presented to leadership. Join the committee that puts you in front of people your manager's manager knows. The people moving ahead at work are not doing more work than you. They are doing more strategic work. They are seen. They are known. They are the names that come up in rooms you are not in. And they got there by deciding that being visible was just as important as being capable. You've been playing a game you thought you understood. Now you see the real rules. Here's what changes. You stop being useful. You start being valuable. Valuable people do one thing differently. They make their work visible before it's done. They don't just solve problems. They document the cost of the problem. They don't just stay late. They send a summary of what they saved by staying. You need to switch from, I'll do it, to here's what happens if I don't. That shift changes everything. Here's a concrete tool. Send 1 email per week to your manager. 3 sentences. Sentence 1, what problem you solved. Sentence 2, what would have happened if you hadn't. Sentence 3, 1 question about a higher impact task you could take on. Example, fixed the client escalation on Project X. If I hadn't, we would have lost the account. Is there a strategic initiative I could support next quarter? That email does more for your promotion than 10 extra hours of staying late. From now on, ask yourself 1 question before every task. Does this make me more visible or just more useful? If it's just useful, either delegate it, automate it, or do it but document it. If it makes you visible, do it immediately and make sure the right people know. You are not being ignored. You are being used. Not because you're weak, not because you're not good enough, because the system was designed to keep you exactly where you are as long as you keep being the one who holds everything together. Now you see it, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. The question is, will you keep being useful, or will you start being valuable? If this made something click, subscribe. Not because I need the numbers, because the more people who see this, the harder it gets for the system to keep working. Title options.